Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's go and complete the configurations and then we will go ahead with the demo. I think we are at this place, planning, or even master data. We have maintained planning calendar, we have done with MRP areas, and then activate material requirement planning, we have done this one. Scope for planning, we have seen. Define creation indicator, we have done with it. MRP calculation, this place that we got stopped. Define creation indicator. So here we have seen, no, I think we have done with this one. Is the purchase requisition at your plant level, MRP group level? Is the system, when you run MRP, is it going to create a purchase requisition MRP list? Sorry, not this one. Your MRP group is 777, right? So that's the one that you should pick up. Okay, so it should create a purchase requisition and MRP list and no scheduling agreements. We have seen this one. And then we went into this one, define planning horizon. I have defined planning horizon as 60 days. In the stocks, define stock availability. I have done this one also. Define rescheduling horizon, even rescheduling horizon, error handling, all these things have been covered. Okay, so and then we are in the lot size calculation procedures. So here, when you go with MM03, that is material master. Did you remember what is our material master we have used yesterday? Not sure, so let's go and find out the one that we have created yesterday. Which one is the MRP material? So this one, the material for Nissan MRP. So when you look at this in the MRP 1, 2, 3, 4 views, especially in MRP 1 or 2 view, you have something called lot sizing procedure. This one, okay. So when you go into it, you have got different types of lot sizing procedures. You could see there are 21 entries. Other than this, if you want to define, here is the place where you can define other indicators, MRP lot sizing indicators. Okay. Normally it will be done in PP module. So once it is done in PP module, it's also available in MM module. So here you need not have to define anything new. Just for your sake of understanding, you see here HB, replenish to maximum stock level. What does it indicate? You could see here, this is a static lot sizing procedure. We will discuss about lot sizing techniques probably towards the end of today or maybe tomorrow. Then lot sizing indicator is H, means replenish to maximum stock level. So like this you will have different properties. And then procurement proposals, here also we have seen these things. We have actually defined these things in the carry out maintenance of overall plant parameters. Okay, so here procurement proposal means at your plant level, your plant is 777C. You could see here purchasing processing time of 1 day, purchasing group to be used for purchase requisition, that is procurement proposal is NIS. Okay, schedule lines need not be required, unknown account assignment in case if it needs to be used. Similarly, MRP group based, we have got our MRP group of 777. Look at it, you see here document type and the purchasing group, everything you could see here. So all these things you have done it at that level, so therefore you don't require to do here. Item level for your plant I have given 111. Okay, you could see here this is 1, this is already been maintained, and then define floats. I have already defined one schedule margin key for your plant as 777, so therefore you would see that one. You see here, this is the schedule margin key which will define opening period, float before production, float after production, release period. We have discussed about floats yesterday. And then parameters for determining the basic dates. Basic date means MRP date, delivery date, those things. Okay, and also the start in the past means purchase requisition creation start in the past. I think I did set indicator for your plant. You could see here, this is also has been done in the main settings, that is here. Carry out maintenance of plant parameters. So this is where I would have done all these things. Okay. Okay, so this we are done with it. Activate runtime statistics. By default, it would be there. You need not have to perform anything extra. So this is anyhow would be there. Define maximum MRP period. Maximum MRP period is something like, let me just go with plant and your MRP group. Okay, so maximum interval before MRP. This you need to maintain it in the form of days. Number of days after which the material must be planned. I would say 15, which I have already maintained. Okay, that is interval between two successive MRPs, which has already been maintained. Then indicate rolling form transmitted schedule lines, maintain correction factors for forecast, define start time of sporadic background jobs, define storage location MRP per plant. All these things you will be used only when it is required, or by default these things would have already been maintained. Okay, so for this plant storage location level MRP, no, I think it's for the 777P which we have maintained storage location level MRP, isn't it? So therefore you could see here MRP indicator if you want it. For stock also planned at plant level, except from MRP storage location stock plant separately. You can just go and do it like this in case if you want to do MRP for the storage location itself. Okay, then procurement proposal, we have already seen this one. Define order profile. Again, this is standard one for purchase requisition. You could see here, this is the standard one which the system uses. Okay, so object type, when it is creating purchase requisitions of type NV, the order type which is used is NV. It's an external procurement. Special procurement indicators initial value external. Account assignment category, it's not being used. If you want to use account assignment category also, you have to specify which account assignment category to be used here. Okay, so either way, without account assignment or with account assignment, you can do so. Conversion of planned orders into purchase requisitions. How many planned orders can be converted into PRs for your plan? I think what I've maintained is 50. See there, this is 50 which I've maintained yesterday. Purchase requisition line items, we've already seen it. You see here, it's item 1. Okay, define conversion of requisitions into purchase orders. Okay, so while converting purchase requisition into purchase order, so how do we use it? Okay, so default values for the, these things. What is this? Default value for purchasing group. Okay, so this is the one that we have used it, so therefore this is the one which is being picked up while converting requisition into purchase order. Okay, so that's all, nothing else. Forecast is the standard one, which we will see it little later, about 15-20 minutes later. So now I am done with my settings. I'll just do one thing. Look at here. I'm going to create a new material /n mm01, and I will be using this material. Manufacturing CMRO. This is my material type. Okay, basic data 1 to MRP 1, 2, 3, 4. Forecasting not required at this moment. General plan data accounting. Okay. CBP, consumption based planning. Example. CBP demo. Let me put it this way. Okay, unit of measure is each, material group this one. Okay, purchasing group of NIS, you see here, and purchasing value is GN. You could see here MRP group being picked up is 777 automatically because of the configurations. MRP type, I would go with VB. Okay, manual reorder point planning. Reorder point, let me put it as same 250. MRP controller, we have defined our own MRP controller as 777. Okay, lot sizing, I should go with HB, and maximum lot size I have to specify because this HB stands for replace to maximum stock. So I go with maximum stock as 1000. Oops. I'm sorry, should be here. Okay, and now GL processing time of 1 day, line delivery time of 5 days. I can use safety stock also, something like 50. Okay, so let me just go to MRP2, maximum lot size. Let me remove this. And also I think probably in purchasing I have not maintained the, okay, I did maintain GL processing time. Okay. If you want to choose planning calendar, you can choose. This is your planning calendar. Okay. And let's go to valuation class. You give the valuation class and you specify the price. Let it get saved. This is 10,424 is my material number. Okay, if you could recollect this is the sequence. The requirements planning process, any change relevant to MRP, which is nothing but all the inventory transactions that you perform on a certain material, is considered as a change relevant for MRP. Okay, so I'll come back to this one. Let me check the material whether it is created or not. Yes, it is 10,000. Is it 10,000? Yeah, 10,424. So I will simply go and create a PO for this. Just have a look at this. I actually need not have to create PO. Even I can do simply goods receipt MB1C. Okay, so here 10,424 is my material, quantity of 1,000. Okay, let's say plant is 777C. Hit enter. Okay. Let's give it for a couple more minutes. Alright, so give some vendor information. Okay, so PB00 condition I am giving as 25. Okay, I'll just go check it and save it. Okay, so let the PO be created. In the meanwhile, I'll open goods receipt screen. Taking time. Okay, so let's wait for some time as the screen is not getting refreshed. It's created now. So this is another problem. It needs to get updated in the table, otherwise I will not be able to do goods receipt.
The number of times document does not exist on option, sir.
అంటే డేటాబేస్ లో సేవ్ కావాలి కదండి, టేబుల్ ఈ ఫీల్డ్ ఈ పర్టికులర్ పిఓ నంబరు డేటాబేస్ టేబుల్లో సేవ్ అయితే సేవ్ అయిన తర్వాత అప్పుడు ఆ నంబర్ పికప్ చేసుకుంటుంది. వాట్ ఎవర్ మీరు ఒకసారి నా డెస్క్టాప్ చూసారంటే దీంట్లో చదవడం అంతా చాలా ఉంటుంది. సో మై సిస్టమ్ విల్ బి స్లో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ టూ మచ్ ఆఫ్ డేటా ఆన్ ద డేటాబేస్. ఓకే, లేదంటే ట్రాఫిక్ ఎక్కువ ఉండొచ్చు సిస్టమ్ కి,
జనరల్ గా ట్రాఫిక్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది.
సో ఈ రీజన్స్ మూలంగా ఏంటంటే సిస్టమ్ కొంచెం స్లోగా బిహేవ్ చేస్తుంది. నేను అతనికి ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను చాలా స్లోగా ఉంది అని. సో ఆయన ఏంటంటే మళ్ళీ సిస్టమ్ రీస్టార్ట్ చేసేది, రిఫ్రెష్ చేస్తాడు అనుకోండి, మన డేటా అంతా పోతుందండి. అందుకని రిఫ్రెష్ చేస్తా అంటే వద్దు బాబు 1 వీక్ అవుతుంది నాకు అయిపోతుంది ఇది, సో దట్ యూ కెన్ డూ ఇట్ అని చెప్పాను. Yeah, now you see here, this is my PO. I can do goods receipt. I am doing goods receipt. Before doing goods receipt, let me show you one thing. మనం ఏమనుకున్నామండి, if you look at this particular slide, change relevant to MRP will trigger an entry in the planning file. How do you know, or how do you see whether the planning file entry would be there or not? There is a separate transaction code MD21, MD20. Okay, so these are the transaction codes relevant for planning file entry. Again, these are PP module transactions, but you can also see it from MM module. Okay, I'll just show you here. MRP. Okay, so master data, planning calendar. One second. Planning file entry. You see here MD21. This is display planning file entry. Your material is this one. I'll just go, okay, and see if there is anything available for this. Right now you see no planning file entry exists for this selection 1000. Okay, I think this is your plan. Okay, 77C is your plan. Let's now go and have a look at your material 1000424. Okay, so I'm executing display. So if there is any entry, it will let me know. If there is no entry, even then that will be shown. Now you see planning file entries, this one no entries, 1 NETCH file entry 1, NETPL file entry 1. Okay, so this is what you have identified. Now look at here, I'm doing goods receipt for this material. How much quantity am I receiving? assume it I am receiving some quantity 40 with reference to this particular PO into where, into 0001 storage location. Purposefully I am receiving quantity 40. The safety stock is 50, but I am receiving only 40, just to show you that a planning file entry will be created as a result of inventory transaction. That's my intention. So therefore, let's select an instance of shipping instruction. That is okay. You check it. I will open another session. Okay, this is a deficit, then you post it. So therefore, the goods will be posted. Yes, I may have to clean up my system and it's taking too much time. Alright, so now the material document is being created. So that means the stock will getting updated for this. Okay, now you see here I have done a transaction which is relevant for MRP. Therefore, I expect there should be an entry in the planning file, isn't it? So now you see here I have opened the planning file entry. I will now refresh this. Okay, let's see what does it display. Okay, you can just go ahead and simply plant is 77C, or else even MRP area also you could choose it as 777C, which is nothing but your plant. Okay, so net change plan, you can go that, display statistics, refresh it. Okay, so this is how it gets created. And now let me run MRP. How to run MRP, or before that let me show you the stock availability for this material. /n MMBE F8, if you go, you could see quantity of 40. Now I assume there was an entry in the planning file. Now I wanted to run MRP. Okay, there are two types of plannings. Total planning means running MRP for all the materials within the plant, or there is something called single item single level. It means in my plant 77C I might have 1000 materials, but I will be running MRP only for one material. So let me show you this single item single level. Now you see here there is a quantity of 40. Now I'm going to run MRP now. Have a look at this. This MRP running, normally you will be done once in 15 days or once in a month, depending upon how frequently you carry out MRP. Okay, so here create purchase requisitions in the opening period, delivery schedule lines, I don't require them, so therefore I put no schedule lines. MRP list I wanted to create, planning mode so and so, scheduling agreement so and so. Okay, planning date is this one. You just have to click this results display before they are saved, and now hit enter. Okay, it says please check input parameters. That's all fine. I will just go and say enter. Okay, so it will take some time. Just give me a moment. Okay, you could now see MRP carried out. Okay,
screen sessions okay sir.
understand?
Just
yeah. All right. So this is how I probably. Okay, just give me one moment only, because there was already a PO created for that, so therefore it did not create any requisition. I need to do something. Just give me a moment. I should have not created a PO. I have created wrongly. Just give me one moment. Let me go and change this. Instead of quantity 1000, let me give it as 50. Very slow and okay. So now I would just see here. I'll just go back. Do you want to plan results will be saved? No, I don't need to save it. I will just go back once. I will once again run MRP for this. Okay, so it still says received quantity 960. How is this possible? It's not getting refreshed. /o MD04. I would just go with stock requirement list. No, it's not refreshing, and I guess system needs some time. Okay, let's wait for some more time. Maybe system is taking too long a time to refresh it into the databases, so therefore
The date 31st July ఈరోజు 23rd కదా.
కరెక్ట్ అండి. 31st ఎందుకు ఉంది చెప్పండి.
లాస్ట్ డేట్.
Let me refresh it. It's not refreshing. I'll just do one thing. This is the material. It's very pathetically slow. The system is /MB1A 201 storage location. Okay, so I'm giving the quantity into cost center. 10,000. That was the material number 424. Quantity of 40. Okay. It's not slow. Let me give him a call. Says the number is not reachable. Let's wait for some more time. పవిత్ర మీరు ఒకసారి మీ లాగిన్ ఐడితో ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసి చూస్తారా? Yes, the system is this slow, or is it okay on your machine?
Okay, sir. Give me a 1 minute. I'll check it.
It can't be this slow. సో ఇది మారింది చూడండి. సో చాలా స్లోగా మూవ్ అవుతుందండి సిస్టమ్. Okay, so now that the goods issue has been done, so if you look at it, receipt quantity, available quantity చూపిస్తుంది కదా. Now if you just refresh it, you won't have the quantity, which is 0. Now I have done the goods issue. Now if you look at the planning file entry, let me show you once again the planning file entry. Transaction code slash and MD21 for this material. Change plan, additional material data display statistics only. And now if you go with the display, it should again show you the planning file entry. Okay, you see here number of entries 1, net change planning file entry this one. Now if I go and okay, so if I refresh it, I won't see any stock available. Okay, now let me do MRP running MD03 single item single level MRP. It means only single item means only one material, single level means only one MRP area, that is 777C. Okay, so here create purchase requisition in the opening period, schedule lines I don't require. Okay, 23/07/2012 is the planning date. I just go with display results before they are saved. I hit enter and once again hit enter. Now it's going to create an MRP list with a purchase requisition. You see here, this purchase requisition was created by the system for quantity 990. And if you look at this number, this is a number which we have configured yesterday for the MRP generated requisitions, isn't it? So currently there is no stock available, but with reference to PO, this PO, the stock of 10, quantity 10 is yet to be received. So therefore available stock for the planning is 10, and in your MRP view you would have maintained maximum stock level is 1000. So 1000 is the maximum stock level, but 10 is yet to be received. So therefore system considers 1000 minus 10. So what is the required quantity now? 990, isn't it? So this is how the system considers that. Okay, so out of this 990 plus 10, which is 1000, out of 1000 safety stock should be maintained is 50. So out of 1000, if you remove 50, which is safety stock, then available quantity per issue would be 950, which is yet to be received. Okay, so now just keep this is called, okay, I'll just go and save this. Okay, so this is my MRP list, and then I have also told you there is something called stock requirement list. The stock requirement list is also displays the same details, the same statistics as that of MRP list. Okay, whereas MRP list is a static list and the stock requirement list is a dynamic list. You see here, is this saved?
Sir, my voice breaking out.
How is it now? Is it still breaking?
I mean, sometimes it is come, sometimes it's like okay, and sometimes breaking your voice.
Okay, so let me know if it is okay or not, Pavitra. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
it-
yes, sir. Now, okay.
Okay,
If it again is breaking, I'll let you know.
sure, thank you. Okay, so now this is saved. So you have seen when you executed, you have seen the MRP list. Now I would like to show you MD04 is the stock requirement list. MD05 is the MRP list. MRP list will be created at the time of MRP run. Okay, whereas stock requirement list is a dynamic list which will keep getting updated every time when you do certain transaction on a certain material which is MRP relevant. Okay. I will just go hit both MD04 and MD05 so that you could see the differences. You see here, this is a stock requirement list. Currently there was a purchase requisition created for 990. Okay, so the one that I'm running here now is MRP list. Let it also get open.
Sir, నా దగ్గర కూడా సిస్టమ్ వెరీ స్లో ఉంది సార్.
I was trying to give a call to this person, system Satanki, but his phone is not reachable. I'll touch with him once again. మార్నింగ్ వేరే సిస్టమ్స్ చాలా స్లో ఉందండి. ఒక్కొక్క ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయడానికి 5 minutes పైన పడుతుంది. చాలా స్లో ఉంది. ఒకసారి రీస్టార్ట్ చేయగలరా? ఓకే, కొంచెం వెళ్ళినప్పుడు చూడండి. సరే అండి, థ్యాంక్ యూ. Yeah, Pavitra, I talked to him and he says like he'll go in the next 15-20 minutes and he will restart the system in about half an hour time. Okay, so this is MD05, which is our stock material MRP list. Okay, remember one thing, when you execute MRP, the report that you see is MRP list. Okay, now you see here this is MD05, the other one is MD04. Do you see any difference? Absolutely no difference. Immediately after running MRP, both stock requirement list and MRP list both will display same results. Okay, now you see I'm in MD04 stock requirement list. You see here I can double click on purchase requisition on the stock requirement list so that it gets opened. And also if I want, I can change the quantity in the PR or I can convert the PR into PO. I can do anything. Come on, it's irritating. You see here, now if you want to change the quantity, you see here this pencil icon, you click on this, so therefore system will allow you to change it. See, this is not the one. See here, it's not coming. Well, not this one. Okay, so now you see, in case if I require, I can change the quantity. And I'll just go and save it. Why is this showing so low? I think mine is 500 Mbps speed. Is it because my net is very slow or what?
డౌన్లోడ్ మీరు స్పీడ్ పెంచినా కూడా డౌన్ జీరోకి వచ్చేసింది కదా సార్.
వస్తుందండి, అంటే అదేంటంటే ఇక్కడ మీరు రీడింగ్ చూపిస్తుంది చూసారా, ఇది మీరు చూసుకోవాల్సి. ఇంత తక్కువ ఎందుకు చూపిస్తుంది ఇది? Can't be this slow. Okay, now you see here, so this is my MD05. This is what we call as MRP list, and I have a stock requirement list where I have changed the purchase requisition quantity. If I refresh it, you see here the requisition quantity will be changed because I have already changed it. So when I refresh it, whatever the quantity that was maintained in the requisition, this will be there. But whereas in the MRP list, you won't see that. .61 Mbps speed వస్తుందండి నాది, యాక్చువల్గా 2 Mbps స్పీడ్ నాది. So this is also, net speed is also becoming slow. Uploading speed is up to 0.4, downloading speed is up to 1.6. Okay, so it's both combinations and right. So this is stock requirement list. You see here I'm refreshing it. The purchase requisition quantity I'm expecting it to be changed because I've changed it to 120. So you should see 120 here. Similarly, when you look at your MRP list, because it's a static list, this quantity will never change. Now you see 120. Once again, if I just double click purchase requisition, I can go with this particular thing, convert purchase requisition into purchase order. When you convert it, you see here, it will be converted like this. Okay, now you can enter your purchasing organization, which is 777C, and company code of so and so. Okay, so this is your requisition, isn't it? Is this your requisition? Yes, this is. So what you can do is you can just go and convert the requisition into purchase order. So you can do all those things. So PB00, quantity of say 25. You can just check it. And you can save it. So once you, oh okay, I thought of changing the quantity. Let me just go and change the quantity. Such a slow today. Okay, so now you could just refresh your stock requirement list. Therefore, instead of PR, because which is being converted into PO, you would also see the PO number. Okay, it will take some time because, as you know, system needs it's taking longer than expected to update the PO number in the database tables. So therefore, it will require some time. Okay, I'll just once again refresh it. Now you see here, there was a purchase order created for 120, isn't it? Similarly, if you look at your MRP list, this will not get updated. Okay, your MRP list will not get updated. As you see, there is no refresh button. So it means what? This is a static list. Whereas your stock requirement list, which is a dynamic list, so therefore whatever you do, okay, now you see here, I'm doing goods receipt with reference to PO /NMIGO. Even if I do goods receipt also, your MRP list will not get updated, whereas your stock requirement list will get updated. Okay, so that is the difference between stock requirement list and MRP list. MRP list will get updated only at the time of MRP run, whereas stock requirement list will keep on getting updated at every moment when there is a transaction relevant for MRP, be it purchase order creation, reservation, or goods issue, goods receipt, whatever it is. If it is MRP relevant, then your system updates stock requirement list up to date. So therefore, stock requirement list contains up to date information of the material, whereas your MRP list will not contain the updated information. What does it contain? It contains information only at the last MRP run. So you can say between two successive runs of MRP, your MRP list will not get updated. Whatever you do, it will not get updated. Whereas stock requirement list is a dynamic list which will keep getting updated at each and every transaction which is MRP relevant. Okay? So it's taking too much time. Sorry guys, I don't know what to do with the system. It's very slow today. Okay, so it's now opened. Okay, I give the purchase order number. I go and receipt again partially. So if I do partial receipt, once again it will go and trigger once again an MRP. For example, I am receiving another 40 quantity into where, for example, 0002. Okay, so this will check. Okay, this will check. So what is the total quantity available? You could see here, if I go and refresh it, what is the stock available, plus by doing goods receipt, what stock amount is coming here. If it is less than the reorder point, then again the system is going to create a requisition if I am running MRP for that material. Okay, so it's taking time. Okay, now you see there is no stock available at this moment. So what I will be doing is I will be doing goods receipt for quantity of 40 or 50 or 60, whatever. Okay, so even if I add this much quantity and go with post, let's see. Again, it will take some more time. Yeah, let's give it some more time. Okay, so now having goods receipt is posted, if you look at your stock overview, if I go and refresh it, now you see here there is a stock of 70, and if you look at your stock requirement list, okay, at the moment available quantity is 0, but because you have received quantity 70, you would see available quantity as 70 here. Okay, you see here available quantity is 70. Out of that safety stock taken is 50, so therefore the available stock for issue is 20 only. With reference to this purchase order, you are about to receive 10, so with that available quantity becomes 30. Can you just give me a moment? Hello? Yes? ఎవరండి? చెప్పండి. నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్నానండి, ఒక 1 అవర్ తర్వాత కాల్ చేస్తారా? హలో, కెన్ యూ కాల్ మీ ఆఫ్టర్ 1 అవర్? ఒక గంట తర్వాత కాల్ చేయండి, నేను ఆమె మీటింగ్. Sorry. Okay, so come on. Hello, మీరు గంట కాల్ చేయండి, నేను వేరే మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్నాను. Hello, I'm sorry, can you hear me? Hello, పవిత్ర, రాధిక అండ్ సుందరరావు గారు వినిపిస్తుందండి?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the quantity that is available is 70. Out of 70, 50 is safety stock. So therefore you have a stock of available 20, and you are supposed to receive quantity 10 with reference to this PO. So available quantity becomes 20 plus 10, it becomes 30, and then you have got another PO with reference to which you have to receive 50. So which becomes 30 plus 50, 80. So this is how it gets updated, your stock requirement list. Now, if you look at your MRP list, it would still be remained as it was at the time of MRP run. Okay. Now, having done goods receipt for this particular material once again, therefore the planning file entry would be created, and even this stock available stock is still under less than the reorder point. So therefore if I run MRP once again, okay, so if I run MRP once again, it will create, let me use either I can use MD03. There is also one more transaction called MD42. This is PP transaction, single item, single level MRP. Like I said, single item means only one material. Single level means only at one MRP area level. So now you see this is stock requirement list. Let me just go with MRP list. This MD05 is MRP list. So I'll just come out of MRP list now, because I am running MRP once again. So therefore MRP list will be created once again. So I can come out of MRP list now. Back. Come on, it's very frustrating. The system is very slow. Okay, so I ran MD42, but it's still not running. So let me just go with MD03 only. Whichever comes first, I use that. Maximum number of sessions reached. Okay, same material. Okay, net change plan, same thing. Display results before they are saved. Now if you see, once MRP run, both your MRP list and stock requirement list both will display same results. Okay, now I hit enter, so therefore MRP list will be created. So at this moment, if you refresh your stock requirement list and if you also refer your MRP list, both will have same results. Okay, so this is how the system creates a purchase requisition, or if it's a stock material and if there is more demand than the supply, then system creates reservations, or system will also create a planned order. I will just show you one planned order. Let me complete this and then I'll create a plan. I'll create a new material with semi-finished material type. Now you see here, there was purchase requisition created this time by the system. This is 701 and the quantity is 870. Why it is 870? Why it is 870? Just give me a moment. Sir. ఏమైందండి అట్లానా? Can you just be online? Radhika and Pavitra, do you guys able to hear my voice? Hello? Pavitra garu వినిపిస్తోందండి? Hello? Radhika, can you hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me? హలో
సార్ ఇప్పుడు వినపడుతుంది, అక్కడి వరకు సైలెంట్ ఉంది.
అట్లానా? అట్లీస్ట్ మీకు నా స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుందా? సుందరరావు గారు కాల్ చేశారు సేయింగ్ దట్ హీ ఈస్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు సీ మై స్క్రీన్ ఆర్ హీ ఈస్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు హియర్ మై వాయిస్.
ఎస్ సార్, మీ స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుంది, వాయిస్ కనిపిస్తుంది. సుందరరావు గారిది లాగ్ ఆఫ్ అయిపోయింది కదా సార్ ఇందాకే.
యా, ఆయన లాగ్ ఆఫ్ అయిపోయారు, అది ప్రాబ్లం. 1 సెకండ్ సార్, మీరు అసలు లేరండి లిస్ట్ లో, మీరు లాగ్ ఆఫ్ అయిపోయి ఉన్నారు. లేదండి, మీరు కనపట్లేదు మాకు లిస్ట్ లో. మై సెల్ఫ్, పవిత్ర అండ్ రాధిక, we 3 are there. లేదండి, మీరు మీ దగ్గర నెట్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉందనుకుంటా. ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ మీరు రీలాగిన్ అవ్వండి నెట్ మీటింగ్. దీంట్లో గో టు మీటింగ్ మీరు అసలు లేరు లిస్ట్ లో. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. Okay, now you see here, because there was already quantity of 80 available or 80 in the available quantity, so therefore 80 plus 870, okay, so which is 950 plus 50, because your total storage capacity is of 1000, right? Now if you look at my stock requirement list, where is my stock requirement list? If I simply refresh it, this will get updated with a new purchase requisition which was created. It just requires some time to get it refreshed. Okay, I'll just keep refreshing it so that you know it will be refreshed with a new purchase requisition. In the meanwhile, let me just go and create a new material /MM01. This time I wanted to create a planned order because this is meant for in-house production. So therefore, let me create a new material. So I can go with the half semi-finished material. So I use basic data 1 to purchasing MRP 1 2 3 4 views. General plan data 1. accounting view. Okay, so demo material for in-house production. Okay, unit of measure, material group. Now when you are into MRP views, you can choose MRP type as BB, lot size once again HB, maximum stock level you can say 500, and purchasing group you can give it as NIS. Okay, hit enter. Reorder point I would say 100. MRP controller, you give it as 777. Now you see here procurement type X. If you want, you can change this to E, in-house. Okay, and then say hit enter. Simply go ahead and create the material. Valuation class, standard price of, for example, 10 rupees. Okay, so remember in the MRP2 view, okay, in the it's not there, 7900. Okay, in the MRP2 view I have given procurement type E, indicator E stands for in-house production. I can go with X also, there is nothing wrong. Whether it is E or X, it is going to create a planned order. I'll just show you now. Okay, now this is my stock requirement list. Once again, let me refresh it. It's not getting refreshed. /n MD04. Okay, now you see 10,425 is the material. So what I can do is, for this material /n MB1C, goods receipt. Okay, I require something to do for the planning file entry to be created for this material, right? So therefore I am doing other goods receipt for this material, in-house production material. Okay, 425, isn't it? Quantity of say 30. Okay, account determination is not possible. Just go and maintain the account determination. INT ZBB NISN ZOB 7900. Pavitra, do you still have issue? Are you not able to hear my voice?
లేదు సార్, అది ఇందాక పెట్టిన మెసేజ్ సార్ మీరు అడిగిన దానికి.
Okay. Can you just give me a moment? Somebody is knocking my door. So let's go with the GBB INT 0001 ZOB 7900. I'll just copy this. Why it is in display mode, hit somebody. Okay, I'll just copy it. Mine is NISN ZOB only, so therefore this will be resolved by this. Save it. Okay. By simply doing this, a planning file entry will be created because you are doing goods receipt which is relevant for MRP change, and this will trigger an entry in the planning file. So therefore, when you run MRP for this 425, it will create a planned order. Why planned order? Because of the procurement type indicator, isn't it? So now for this material, let me run MRP MD42. I can go with MD42 or MD03. Okay, so this is your material 425. Okay. Create purchase requisitions, scheduling agreements, whatever you wanted, you just go ahead with it. Say hit enter. Now you will be able to see a planned order for this, because you see here, this is a planned order which was created for the stock of 470. Why it is 470? I have given the maximum stock level as 500, out of which 30 I have already received with MB1C, therefore it is created. Now if you want to see how a planned order looks like, you just double click this. When you double click this, you have an option to display planned order or convert this planned order into purchase requisition or into purchase order, or into production order. Okay, because this is your MRP list. Okay, I'll just go and save this one. In case if you want to change the quantity also, you can change so. Okay, now if you go and save it, it gets saved. Now I simply change this one. Now you see here, this is my this is my planned order in the stock requirement list. When I double click it, this is what I was referring to. You can convert this planned order into production order if you want to go with in-house procurement, or you can convert this planned order into purchase requisition. Where was that? It should be an option to convert. Let me display the planned order first for you. Come on, it's very slow. Okay, so now you see here it got opened, display planned order. This is how the planned order will be looked at. Transaction code MD13. Okay, you can see producing plant. This is the plant which is manufacturing or producing this one. Order finish date, order start date, planned opening date, isn't it? Assignment, start date, finish date, all these dates, these are meant for the production purposes. Okay, so this is how it would be used. In case if you want to convert this, like I said, you simply just go ahead and convert it. Okay, work schedule data for material is not maintained. That makes sense, because if you want to use this material from the production perspective, you have to maintain the work scheduling, because scheduled start date, scheduled finish date, actual start date, actual finish date, etc. This needs to be maintained. So system says it's not being maintained. Okay, so this is how we will be using MRP. Okay, so let me stop it here, because the system is very slow, so I would not be able to show you too much, but still we have covered the demo part of the external procurement. Okay, this already we have seen yesterday. Maximum stock level, reorder point level, safety stock level. So by the time you consume on a daily or average basis, by the time stock reaches safety stock zone, again you procure the material to the maximum stock level. So therefore the cycle keeps moving like this, and the time between reorder point till the material receives at your storage location, this is called replenishment lead time, which you have already seen this. Okay, so tomorrow we will see forecasting, that is stochastic forecasting, and we will also see there is something called lot sizing. Yesterday Sundarav sir is saying something like economic order quantity. Those things we will see tomorrow. Any questions, Andy?
No questions, sir. Hope tomorrow system should work fast.
Yeah, I'll try to ensure that he will restart the system. I'll give him a call and in the next 5-10 minutes so call చేస్తాను ఆయనకి చేసి ఒకసారి రీస్టార్ట్ చేయమని చెప్తాను.
Okay, sir.
Alright, Radhika, I've already uploaded the files yesterday night. I actually అప్లోడ్ చేశానండి. బిగిన్ అప్లోడ్ అనే ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది, దాంట్లో అప్లోడ్ చేసి వెళ్తే అది అప్లోడ్ కాలేదు. నేను మధ్య సాయంత్రం ఇంటికి వచ్చేసరికి. సో అండ్ దెన్ ఐ చెక్ యువర్ మెసేజ్ అండ్ దెన్ లోడ్ చేశాను. వన్ బై వన్ ఫైల్ లోడ్ చేయాల్సి వచ్చింది. సో దే హావ్ గాట్ అప్లోడెడ్, సో యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ గో త్రూ the recorded sessions of yesterday and day after. Alright, thank you, and we'll see tomorrow same time 10 o'clock.
Okay, sir.